Listen to GM execs talk about the new SRX for 10 minutes, and it becomes clear whose party they want to crash. Through June, Lexus sold almost 40,000 RX crossovers, an impressive figure for a down market. GM desperately wants a slice of that pie. If GM intends to pick a fight with the Lexus, their timing is perfect. Both models are brand new, but the Caddy soundly trumps the Lexus in styling. Unlike the RX, which sometimes looks uncomfortable in its own skin, the SRX is aggressive and sporty. This all-new second-generation SRX swaps the raised station wagon look of the original for a more predictable CUV body style. But that doesn't mean it's not pretty. Despite being less distinctive than its predecessor, the new SRX is much more modern, and downright better looking too. The Caddy is adorned with all kinds of angular lines and hard-edged sculpting. If SUVs could be sexy, this is it. The SRX even sports a modern-day interpretation of the tail fins Cadillac was known for in the 1950s. The interior takes an even bigger leap forward with a vastly improved look and feel. It's literally light years ahead of the original SRX. At first glance, the cabin has a familiar look, but that's not due to any resemblance to the old model. Rather, it borrows from the successful CTS sedan. A very appealing, modern center stack is outlined in aluminum trim with lots of angles and large air vents. Above that sits the pop-up navigation screen from the CTS. Moving to the gauge cluster, you'll find the coolest part of the interior, the LCD Driver Info Center. A round, full-color, crystal-clear LCD screen inside the speedometer shows your fuel economy, fuel range, tire pressure, oil life, and speed, to name a few. It also indicates the speed limit of the road that you're currently driving on. That can come in handy when you spot an officer of the law ahead and there isn't a speed limit sign in sight to tell you if you're in offender territory. Almost everything you touch on the dash, console, and door panels is soft. You'll also find elegant stitching across the dash. While the seat bottoms are comfortable, the seat backs are a touch on the firm side. Fit and finish on the inside is impressive, though the quality of the leather is not necessarily up to par with the car's German rivals. We also have a gripe with the location of the door lock buttons on the center stack, which should have remained on the doors. Oh, and you won't want to put anything in the storage compartments between the front seats or in the glove box. The super cheap black fuzzy fabric that lines these compartments sheds worse than your four-legged Persian. Power everything is the order of the day, with folding mirrors, a height programmable tailgate, sunroof shade, and the massive ultra-view glass roof itself. Only the steering wheel misses out on the power adjustment. A backup camera as well as front and rear sensors will make sure you don't trade paint in the parking lot. Combine the Haldex all-wheel drive with the FE3 suspension, and the SRX starts to handle and feel a little like, dare we say, an Audi. The suspension is a continuously variable damping system, meaning it constantly adjusts to road conditions. 1 minute the dampers on the SRX will absorb a Rhode Island-sized pothole. The next minute, those same dampers are firm through a hard right-hander at 50 miles per hour. Normally when you point the average crossover vehicle into a corner at brisk speed, you can expect a nice dose of body roll and less than stellar road holding. In sport mode, the SRX defies all of that. Body roll and pitch is kept to a minimum and lateral grip is there long after we'd expect to be in the ditch. The all-wheel drive does an exceptional job of rotating the rear through the corners. The car's 3-liter direct-injected V6 boasts 265 horsepower and is capable of 25 miles per gallon. It's the only motor that will be available when the car first goes on sale, but if you can manage to wait just a few months, a 2.8-liter turbocharged V6 with 300 horsepower will be offered. The base motor is sufficient for most driving situations, but the more powerful unit will provide added punch while exiting corners or merging into freeway traffic. The 6-speed transmission clicked off fairly smooth shifts most of the time. However, during sport driving, some of the downshifts were a bit on the rough side. In general, we also felt the pause between gears was a bit too long. Brakes were very strong and the car tracked straight ahead during repeated hard stops. The SRX is a very polite car, nearly whispering quiet. Road and wind noise have been reined in quite well as the result of triple door seals and lots of sound insulation inside the engine compartment. The ride is very smooth, absorbing most bumps and cracks with almost no trauma. A smooth, luxury ride is very hard to get if you want great handling too. With the SRX, you get both thanks to the FE3 suspension. Now we just need a better name for it.